SpaceX's valuation has become one of the most striking stories in modern business and technology. As of 2026, estimates place the company's worth between $1.6 and $1.75 trillion, a figure that rivals the largest corporations in history and positions SpaceX for what could be the biggest initial public offering ever. To understand whether SpaceX is truly worth that much, we need to look at its technological achievements, revenue streams, strategic importance, risks, and the broader context of how markets value companies that are reshaping entire industries. This requires not just a glance at its balance sheets, but a deeper exploration of its history, its current operations, and its future ambitions. SpaceX was founded in 2002 by Elon Musk with the goal of reducing the cost of space travel and eventually enabling humans to live on other planets. At the time, the idea seemed audacious, even quixotic. The aerospace industry was dominated by government agencies and a handful of large contractors, and the notion that a private startup could compete seemed far-fetched. Yet Musk's vision was clear. Reusable rockets would make spaceflight affordable, and affordable spaceflight would open the door to exploration and colonization. Over the next 2 decades, SpaceX proved skeptics wrong. Its Falcon 9 rocket became the workhorse of the industry, launching satellites, cargo, and astronauts with unprecedented reliability. The key innovation was reusability. By landing and reusing rockets, SpaceX slashed costs and created a sustainable business model. This breakthrough alone transformed the economics of spaceflight and gave SpaceX a dominant position in the market. The company's contracts with NASA and the U.S. Department of Defense underscore its strategic importance. SpaceX is not just another private company. It is the backbone of American spaceflight. It ferries astronauts to the International Space Station, launches national security payloads, and provides critical infrastructure for the U.S. government. This role makes SpaceX indispensable, and investors recognize that. A company that is both technologically dominant and strategically vital commands a premium valuation. In fact, SpaceX's role in national defense and global communications makes it more than a commercial enterprise. It is part of the geopolitical fabric of the 21st century. Another pillar of SpaceX's worth is Starlink, its satellite internet service. Starlink has already deployed tens of thousands of satellites, creating a constellation that provides internet access across the globe, including in remote and underserved regions. This service generates billions in revenue and positions SpaceX as a global communications provider. In a world increasingly dependent on connectivity, Starlink's potential is enormous. It is not just an internet service. It is a platform that could underpin future technologies, from autonomous vehicles to remote healthcare. Investors see Starlink as a growth engine that could justify a $1 trillion valuation on its own. The fact that Starlink is already operational and expanding rapidly gives credibility to these projections. Moreover, Starlink's ability to provide internet in conflict zones and disaster areas has made it a tool of geopolitical importance, further enhancing its value. SpaceX is also venturing into new frontiers such as orbital data centers and artificial intelligence. By merging with Elon Musk's xAI, SpaceX is integrating AI into its operations and exploring the possibility of hosting data centers in orbit. This concept may sound futuristic, but it has practical advantages. Orbital data centers could provide faster global connectivity, reduce latency, and operate with greater energy efficiency. If successful, this could open up a $1 trillion industry in the 2030s. SpaceX's willingness to pursue such ambitious projects adds to its allure for investors who are betting not just on current revenues, but on future dominance in industries that do not yet exist. The company's ability to combine aerospace engineering with cutting-edge AI makes it unique, and uniqueness often commands a premium in financial markets. Financially, SpaceX has shown strong revenue growth. In 2025, it generated $18.7 billion, a 33% increase from the previous year. This momentum demonstrates that its business model is working. However, the company also recorded nearly $5 billion in losses due to massive spending on Starship development, Starlink replenishment, and AI projects. These losses highlight the risks of investing in SpaceX. It is a company that spends heavily on innovation, and while this spending may pay off in the long run, it creates short-term volatility. Investors must be willing to accept these swings if they believe in the company's long-term vision. The losses are not necessarily a sign of weakness. They are a reflection of the company's aggressive investment in the future. But they do mean that the valuation is based more on potential than on current profitability. The valuation of $1.6 to $1.75 trillion is not without precedent. Saudi Aramco's IPO in 2019 valued the company at $1.7 trillion, making it the largest IPO in history at the time. SpaceX's projected IPO could surpass that, raising between $50 and $75 billion. This would set a new global record and cement SpaceX's place as one of the most valuable companies ever. Comparisons to other tech giants are inevitable. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon reached trillion-dollar valuations by dominating their respective industries. SpaceX is seen as doing the same in aerospace, telecommunications, and potentially artificial intelligence. The difference is that SpaceX operates in industries that are not just profitable, but transformative. Space exploration, global connectivity, and AI are fields that could redefine human civilization, and investors are willing to pay for that promise. Supporters of SpaceX's valuation argue that it is justified if investors take a long-term view. Analysts have described the figure as reasonable given the company's trajectory. SpaceX is not just a private company. It is critical to U.S. national security, global communications, and the future of space exploration. Its strategic importance cannot be overstated. In many ways, investing in SpaceX is not just about financial returns, but about betting on the infrastructure of the future. The company is building systems that will underpin global connectivity, defense, and exploration for decades to come. This makes it more than a business. It is a cornerstone of the future economy. However, there are significant risks. Elon Musk's leadership style is famously volatile. His decisions can swing markets and affect investor confidence. While his vision has propelled SpaceX to success, his unpredictability is a factor that investors must consider. There is also execution risk. Projects like Mars colonization, orbital data centers, and global Starlink coverage require unprecedented engineering and financial resources. Failure to deliver on these promises could undermine the valuation. Moreover, competition is emerging. Other companies and governments are investing in spaceflight and satellite technology. SpaceX's dominance is not guaranteed forever. China, Europe, and other players are developing reusable rockets and satellite constellations. If they succeed, SpaceX's market share could be challenged. The ethical dimension also plays a role. SpaceX's ambitions extend beyond profit to reshaping humanity's future. Musk has spoken about making humanity a multiplanetary species, and SpaceX's Starship is designed with Mars colonization in mind. These goals inspire investors and the public, but they also raise questions about feasibility and responsibility. Is it ethical to devote trillions of dollars to space colonization when pressing problems exist on Earth? Such debates may not directly affect valuation, but they shape public perception and investor sentiment. Investors must consider not only financial returns, but also the broader implications of supporting such ventures. In the broader context of market valuations, SpaceX represents a new kind of company. Traditional valuations are based on current revenues and profits. SpaceX's valuation is based on future potential, strategic importance, and technological dominance. This makes it similar to companies like Tesla or OpenAI, which are valued not just for what they earn today, but for what they might achieve tomorrow. In this sense, SpaceX's valuation reflects a shift in how markets value innovation. Investors are willing to pay enormous sums for companies that they believe will define the future. This willingness is not irrational. It is a recognition that the companies shaping the next century will be worth far more than those that dominated the last. So, is SpaceX worth that much? The answer depends on perspective. From a purely financial standpoint, the losses and risks suggest caution. From a strategic standpoint, the company's dominance in reusable rockets, satellite communications, and future technologies makes the valuation plausible. From a visionary standpoint, SpaceX embodies humanity's aspirations to explore and expand beyond Earth, and investors are willing to pay for that dream. Ultimately, SpaceX's valuation is not just about numbers. It is about belief in a future where space is accessible, connectivity is universal, and humanity is no longer confined to one planet. In conclusion, SpaceX's valuation of $1.6 to $1.75 trillion is staggering, but not irrational. It reflects the company's technological achievements, revenue growth, and strategic importance. It also reflects investor confidence in Elon Musk's vision, despite the risks and volatility. Whether SpaceX is truly worth that much will depend on its ability to execute its ambitious projects and maintain its dominance in industries that are still evolving. For now, the valuation stands as a testament to the power of innovation and the willingness of markets to bet on the future. SpaceX may indeed be worth that much, but only time will tell if its lofty ambitions translate into lasting value. And that wraps up today's deep dive from the Situation Room. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below with your thoughts. Don't forget to follow us for more global analysis and hit that notification bell so you never miss the next Situation Room update. See you in the next one.